Well, let's welcome in our next guest here to First at 4, Niken Astari Carpenter. She's with the city of Erie. Niken, welcome into the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so you work with new immigrants coming in to Erie and trying to make a home and navigate and adjust. That must just be a tremendous undertaking.
Yeah,
It must be
rewarding
scary.
too, I would think.
Oh, yes. I mean, have you ever been moving to a new place? You know how it feels, right? It's overwhelming.
Yeah,
Especially,
it is.
Yeah, especially people coming from like hours flight. They arrive, they got a jet lag. I just got back from Indonesia, so I know what the jet lag feels like.
Right.
And then you have to deal with all the documentation, try to get your documents set, try to get your housing, how to navigate the transportation even, right? Where do you send your kids to go to school?
And most
Right.
of the time, there's this language barrier that sometimes we don't even think about if we're, vacationing or something.
Definitely. Language, cultural barrier, but most of the things, you have to see refugees and immigrants just like regular human beings. We all have common needs, right? As I mentioned earlier, housing, transportation, food, education, safety, economic, community resources. You need to know all these things. But again, you're adding up that language as a barrier and then adding up the cultural thing, ending up a new person in a new place is overwhelming. And that's why where the city coming in and the community has to come in too, in terms of how we can be intentionally be more inclusive, intentionally giving equitable access to all the needs that these people need, right? And people think that, refugees, immigrants, just taking from us. No, they have to shift the mindset
process,
because here's the thing. When America was being built, this is country of immigrant, right? And people coming here, to my knowledge, most of refugees and immigrants that I know, when they come here, they want to work.
Sure.
And data that we released in 2020 and 2019, we have 4.8% refugees, immigrants coming in, they're in working age. Means they're gonna work and they're gonna pay tax, right? They buy home, they rent apartments, which is adding up to the income, to the city, to the county, to the
So a
country
little bit
too.
of help to them at first is going to definitely pay off for the community as a whole, because they can be productive members of society in our community.
Definitely,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And this is, correct me if I'm wrong, is this a relatively new position within the city, your work?
Yes,
And you're perfect for it because you can relate, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
yes. Mayor Schemmer created my position in 2018.
Okay.
So I think this is a big acknowledgement from the city to the change of demographic.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
So-
there have always been services, but you're the official from the mayor's office that's out there touting how great it is to have these immigrants coming in and being productive members of the society, what we can do to help.
Well, here's the thing, Amanda. In the past, there's no position like me in the city, which is there's no hub, right? So my position is a New American liaison. So the liaison means hub, right? So the New American community may or may not be aware of the services or resources that are available in the city, and therefore this is the importance of this job. So I am not alone. I receive help. I get help from what we call is the Mayor's New American Council. We have about 30 members of this council. Some of them are organizations serving refugees and immigrants, like USCRI or International Institute of Erie, MCRC, MEDS, Catholic Charities, or even Erie County Health Department.
Great.
And majority of the New American Council, they're actually leaders from refugee and immigrant communities themselves. So we use this New American Council as a platform for the city first for us to relay message, to inform our refugee and immigrant communities about what is happening in the city, what resources available, and also for the city to understand what are the concerns in the communities, what is happening, what are the potential also, because you see 4.9% refugee and immigrants are business owners
Yeah,
Wow.
right.
Right.
And we could talk so much more about this,
Yeah.
but we've
I
started to
know.
run out of time. Niken, you'll have to come back, and we'll talk more about this a little bit further,
Would
because
love
it's a
to.
great topic.
Yeah, and great work that you're doing within that community. You can learn more about Niken in that position on the City of Erie's website.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank you
being
so
here.
much.
We'll be right back.